Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Allistor Richards, and this is the first ever video that's going to go up on my channel. Many of you may be asking why I'm doing this. It's simply because I have fun playing games. And I've been inspired recently to want to start up a YouTube channel and want to start doing Let's Plays and uploading them for people to enjoy and for myself to enjoy as well. This is going to be the major game right here. Binding of Isaac, Rebirth. I'm not going to be playing this game blind. I'm not going to be playing this game from the very beginning. I apologize if that offends you in any way. There's a lot about this game that's just not worth recording from the beginning if you've already platinumed the game like I have and already have all of the achievements that are in there so far until the next DLC. When the next DLC comes, I will be playing this blind. Until then, I hope you enjoy my content. This is going to be a mainstay. There are a couple other games that are going to be a mainstay that I'll hopefully be recording some of those today. This is my first day of recording. This is my first recording ever. So I apologize if the quality is kind of bad right now. I'm hoping you guys can, help me with this. Give me tips. Bring me along. I'm open to any kind of critique because I want to get better. I want to make good videos for you guys because I think I can do this and I think you guys can enjoy and I can make content that you guys enjoy specifically. So, we're going to start the game, and we're going to start with the very first character you unlock the game. Don't mind the win streak. I've had test recordings that I've been doing that were magical in their own right. They might end up somewhere down the line if this thing ever becomes, kind of popular. Maybe. I don't even want to come up with the future right now. I just want to live in the present. So, enough of that. We're going to be playing with Isaac today. Isaac is the first base character of the game. All the other characters you see here, they are unlockables after the fact. So, it's best to start with him, which we shall do right now. Isaac starts with the D6 after a certain point in the game. I'll be going over that later, just for those of you who've never played the game before. But if you have... If you're coming to this channel for Binding of Isaac, I'd say that a lot of the community has already seen, how to unlock these. They're just in it for watching good runs. So enough of that. We're going to go on. As I was saying, I am new to this. I'm doing my best to hopefully keep a train of thought. That's a terrible item for me. I'm going to re-roll that. Ooh, I like that item. So, bear with me here while I attempt to find my place and attempt to find my stride. So what I got there was Mom's Eye. I didn't explain exactly what the D6 did as well. The D6 re-rolls items, as you saw. I explained through kind of more through showing, but whatever. It re-rolls items on the floor, has a 6-room charge, so every 6 rooms you can re-roll. And, it's generally it's generally one of the best items in the game. Okay? Let's face it. The D6 is one of the best items in the game. That was terrible, and I apologize to anyone who is a lot better at the game than I am. I am decent at the game. But, wow, I played chicken there and lost. The D6, I said what it was, it rerolls things. Mom's Eye was the item I picked up. It allows me, as you see, to shoot from the back of my face every now and then. Generally useless, but a fun item. This boss right here, Gemini. If you kill the little one first, for those of you who haven't played, you will unlock the other version of the floor that I'm currently on, which is the basement. You'll unlock the alt version of it, and it's generally a terrible time, and I'll probably get to show that off this video because there's very rarely a run where the other version of the floor is not something that happens. Like, unless you're just starting the game, you're gonna get that other version. Like, consistently, too. And you're also gonna get probably the worst boss in the game, consistently. Or, in my opinion, the worst boss in the game. That was really close, and I don't know why I just stopped firing. Oh, the Halo, good item. Not worth a reroll, that's an all stats up. A true all stats up, one of the only in the game. I'm just gonna go forward, not even going to really maximize things. And here we have, as I was saying, like I said before, the alternate floor to the basement. Alternate floors in this game are harder variants of, well, they're not per se harder. They're generally more challenging variants of items, or of floors that you get in the base game. There is one for every floor except for the late game floors, the super late game floors, with the final bosses in them. Each of them has their own set of enemies, their own set of rooms they can have. That was a terrible decision to make, but it paid off, so I'm okay with it. But nah, and all of them have a theme too. Every single floor has a theme. This floor has more spiders. Its bosses are more themed for, just for its style. That was terrible. Once again, bear with me, because I know I'm going to be terrible to start off. I'm re-rolling that. I like that item. Cursed Eye. This item is definitely something skill-based. It's an item you don't take if you can't manage it. What it does is it allows me to charge my shots like that for a burst of shots. Shoots them like a burst assault rifle that you'd find in a shooter game. But as you charge it, if you take damage while charging, you get teleported out of the room and into the room before, or just a random room, actually, I think is the real way that goes. By the soul heart. The soul hearts I'm picking up are armor. They allow you to... They're for many things. The first thing I'm not going to spoil right now, because a lot of people know, but to those of you that don't, it's an interesting thing. I'm not going to get on this floor 10-1. And this is the worst boss in the game. This is hands down probably the most difficult boss in the game. Not because it's difficult in actual standing. If this boss were on a later floor when you actually have better damage, better fire rate... There is Cursed Eye, by the way. If that boss, the Haunt, as it was, if it were to appear on another floor, it wouldn't be hard. It would be an easy boss. However, it appears on the first set of floors, and that's kind of terrible. It's definitely not an interesting boss, or just because it's difficult. And it's all because the first phase is trash. These things have a lot of health. But as I said, later floors, it's simple. This phase is easy, takes damage really quickly, easy to dodge. You just sit around side to side, you don't go to the walls. You just sit here and do that. And that's dead. The heart, health up, 1 health up, and all of your red hearts are filled. They're increased as well, but it's already went over that. Now we're gonna sit here and go on to, the new floor. This is where you really first start to get the sense of challenge in the game itself if you're new, I'd say, is this floor right here. Mostly because it's hard to put it into words. For one, you need to be doing enough damage to kill everything at the same speed, or at least a similar speed as you were before. which you can easily do. It's not that hard. But if you don't, this floor can really prove to be a challenge. And early on, it's definitely a challenge because you just don't have the items that will do that for you as much. Only certain items are unlocked that actually do a good amount of damage. This is actually one of the items I think that is Cursed Eye. The other item I picked up, the small rock, is a damage up. Nothing else really. It's a small damage up, but it's a good damage up. Even the smallest damage ups are good in this game. And, you know, not all of the damage downs are bad, even though there are very few of them. If those enemies hit me, they will hit, or if their shots hit me at least, they will do an entire heart of damage, so I want to avoid that for sure. This is one of my favorite enemies in the game, just from a design standpoint. Mostly from an aesthetic design standpoint. Like, they look amazing to me. They've always looked good. Even in the old version of the game, the Wrath of the Lamb version of Vanilla, those enemies were one of my favorite enemies in the game. Just because they looked the best, even though they were absolutely terrible to fight, and they usually are. These enemies are also terrible to fight, but not because of any real reason, except for that enemy up there, because it's just spawning spiders. But the one that's shooting shots is just completely random, and it can be a pain in the ass. Let's just say it right there. I blew up the tinted rock right there. As you can see, it was a different color than the rest of the rocks. That's why it's called a tinted rock. It also has an X on it, just so, you know, people see it. X marks the spot, as you know. And that just gave me more armor. That is a good source of armor in the game. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I am kind of nervous, so I'm messing up my words a lot. I'm slurring a little bit. And I apologize for that once again. It's my first time. Getting jitters. You know, everyone has jitters their first time. It happens. It happens. And everyone, you know, gets jitters on many first times, you know? It's your first time voting. You're gonna change the world. You don't know what to do. You don't know, you know, who to pick. Okay, maybe you might know who to pick. Maybe you're that confident. Oh, I don't want to do that. That's technology would give me a laser. I'm gonna re-roll it. I don't like that item either. Technology is a fun item, but I'm not going to use it when I have a better item. And of course, as you saw, I picked up that little battery thing that gave me full charge to my spacebar item, my use item, which is the D6, as I've already explained, which means I just get to immediately re-roll if I want. Fighting this enemy will give me a cube of meat, which will be a defensive orbital that just floats around you. Is generally a good dude. It'll also give me a ball of bandage, which does the same thing. They block tears. I believe the ball of bandages blocks tears. I've never had it not block tears. So, I know a lot of people have said otherwise, apparently. Which is weird, because I don't see why it wouldn't. But both of those options do a lot of damage on contact. We got the ball of bandages. I'm going to take it. I'm also going to walk onto that creep because apparently I can't aim where I'm going to land. And oh yeah, you bet I'm taking that. You bet I'm taking that too. So what I picked up there, Death's Touch. I get those. I now fire amazing looking scythes, and they are just the best. I don't really have anything else to really do on this floor. Don't want the magnet. The magnet, all it does is bring drops to you, and it's generally not a good item. It can have its uses, but it's not really that useful. But the scythes, they're a damage up, penetrative shot, which means they will go through enemies, and they're a really significant damage up, which, you know, it's probably one of my favorite damage ups in the game. Definitely not my favorite item in the game. That was terrible. But hey, it got me to the item, or it got me to the item room. Sorry. It got me to the item room, and I'm fine with that teleport. Oh. Okay. So I'm no longer gonna have the the cursed eye. Rip cursed eye. I love that item, but oh boy, fuck this room. Why does this room exist? Yeah. I could have told you I was going to take damage there easily. Holy butts. Oh, that was amazing. But I took away Cursed Eye and gave myself chocolate milk here. Well, not gave myself. I chose to take chocolate milk over it. Meaning I won't be getting getting teleported out of rooms first. So anybody who was annoyed by those couple of room teleports, you know, there you go. And I'm also, you know, I have another charge shot item, is what this is. Only instead of charging for 3 or 4 shots at a time, I'm charging for one entirely huge shot, and this room is not going to be as difficult anymore now that that has happened. I still have Cursed Eye? Oh. Well, that's interesting to know. Oh. I don't know if I want to do that, to be honest with you. That does not seem like... Oh, I do! Oh. Oh, that's a good synergy then. My apologies. I thought that this was just like going to immediately... Whoa. Sent me to the boss, so I'm fine with it, because that floor was... This floor was kind of getting annoying. I'm just going to take that, because I like the money. I worked hard for that money, you know. Also, I forgot to mention that I had a curse on that floor. Curses just generally make the game kind of more difficult. This is not really a difficult curse to have. This is actually just one that's, you know, it's a thing. Let's leave it at that. But no, the curse I had was Curse of the Lost back there, and it was not fun. It generally never is. Oh, this room. This room used to be like the most difficult room in the game. And I'm glad it was nerfed to like amazing proportions. That item's good. I'm actually going to use it once. The prayer card gives you an eternal heart that becomes a health up if you take it to the next room. That item, every couple rooms you can break all the rocks in them with it. Which doesn't seem like it's helpful at first, but then you get, you know, tinted rocks into the mix. You also get the fact that you have certain other things that can happen that I won't spoil for any new players right now. But when those do eventually happen on the channel, you'll enjoy them. It's very hard not to like the things that can be done with rocks. Yeah. Those enemies are actually kind of annoying. I want this. Yeah. Black Candle. Now I will never have another curse, so... Or at least not on this, you know, run. I will not have another curse, which is amazing. I don't like the curses. A lot of them can screw you over. We'll get into what they do as we go along. We've already seen what Curse of the Lost does. It just removes your map. Gives you a big question mark. Generally an annoying thing. That pill was I Found Pills. I didn't explain what all pills did. I don't know if I've taken a pill yet. But pills, you use them with Q. That's the default. You use them with Q and they can give you stat ups or they can give you stat downs. Holy cow, Satan. Not Satan, the Fallen. Part of the Satan fight. Battery. Card. There. Okay. Hello, Krampus. Let's go, Krampus. I don't want that item. Reroll this book. I'm not guaranteed to keep this room open. I also forgot to explain what this room is, and I apologize. This is a deal with the devil room. Most of the time, these will have chests in them, red chests in them. That's the most common denominator I've found. It's 3 red chests. Those can have certain items in them. They can also have pills and soul hearts. And they can also have spiders and flies, and they're generally just random. But as you see, it also gave me that mini boss. That's a good item. That will be interesting. And as I said, it doesn't always stay after you do unlock it. It only appears after you have beaten the boss. If you've taken no red heart damage, you have the max chance of having it appear, which is good. You generally don't want to take red heart damage. And I said damage, but it's just red heart damage is the, the modifier there to that rule. But generally, it only appears, you only get the max chance if you have, or for that floor at least. That was dumb. I wasn't really paying attention to that gravity maw, or I think it's called a gaping maw. That's not a gaping maw, is it? Either way, I wasn't paying attention to it, and I'm sorry. Those things, they're tricky. Like, anything with gravity in this game is tricky, to say the least. But the devil room, as I was saying. Where was I? Oh, I've lost my train of thought after that one thing. I apologize, and now I'm probably going to go off on a different tangent. The item I got in the devil room was Guppy's Head. Allows me to spawn flies that are my allies. They do twice my damage. With certain modifiers, they do better. Oh yeah, I was going on what the devil room, how you get it. Basically, you don't take red heart damage. You're almost guaranteed it on the second floor. You can only start getting them on the second floor. On the second floor, if you take no red heart damage, you will basically be guaranteed it. I think it actually is a 100% chance. Or over 100% chance, actually. That was like the best possible room I could get. I was also charging when I was walking out of there, so my apologies. But yeah. That's the second floor. After you acquire one, though, your chance goes down on the next floor to get it. Even if you have full red hearts, or you don't take damage red heart-wise, you will, still have a lower chance. Certain things increase that chance. Certain items in the game actually make it a 100% chance to get that room. There is another version of that room that we will see sometime later, because I actually enjoy that version. No, I wouldn't say more, but I find it just as useful, unlike a lot of the community, I feel. But, yeah, it's generally a good idea to focus on getting those. They offer a lot of helpful items, a lot of items that can carry you through the run. Hello, random dime. The card I picked up right here. Oh. Well, I don't have to spend a key now, so that was okay. The card I picked up will give me 1 extra red heart for the room I used it in, and a bunch of the rest of the stats up to a certain other item, which also includes a 1.5 times damage multiplier, which is amazing, to say the least. And I know someone's going to be seeing this video and going to be like, oh my god, why? Why are you so bad at dodging? You could have had, like, the best run ever with this setup. And I apologize. I kind of want to equate it to nerves. I kind of want to say it's nerves. Because I generally don't play this bad. That's a good item, but I'm gonna take it. Sharp plug. Whenever I don't have a full charge, or don't have any charges at all on my spacebar item, I can just use it, but it costs 2 hearts of health. It's generally only used in certain situations. It's generally only good in certain situations, but it is a good item. And it's very good for breaking the game. Of course, this is the first final boss you fight in the game. I'm just going to cheese her because she's an easy boss to cheese. Cursed Eye can get you, man. Cursed Eye can get you. Yeah, let's do the Chariot. It's going to be more useful to me overall. The Chariot card is going to give me immunity, which I'm going to use in this fight here. Also gives me contact damage. Gonna do a lot of damage to her like this, and we're gonna take the Polaroid here. That point right there. Once you get to a certain part of the game, for those of you that don't know, you will get the option to go to one of two different paths in the game. That right there is where you pick your option. It's the first point in which you pick your option, and that just sets the path for the rest of the run where you want to go. I chose the Polaroid, which means I'll be going to a certain final level. You'll see it later. If you don't want to see it because you're not that far in the game yet, well, spoilers, it's gonna happen, and I apologize. And if you've gotten this far and you're like, whoa, what's this? I apologize for spoiling that for you if you didn't want to be spoiled. Also, I'm getting a bit of random lag here. I don't know why. It might be the floor itself, but I've never had this lag before. Once again, I'm also, like, just basically starting recording, so I don't realize when certain things are happening that are causing this kind of lag. And, you know, I don't have any of the programs on. I know that much for sure, that you don't want to do that. That kind of framiness is wild. Let's see here. Let's continue. I apologize if that bit of lag was getting on your nerves. Hopefully it doesn't appear as much. I don't know what's causing it. Like I said, I don't have any other programs up other than my recording program, and that's it. Whoop. Oh, that's a library. Libraries are good. What libraries do? They give you these books. These books all have different uses. And if you re-roll them enough time... Oh. No, I don't take that. If you re-roll all the books in this pool enough times, you can actually take from the other item room. Or from the other item rooms. This is a good item. Will give me a black card on use. This item gives me invincibility on use. I'll go over the other items that we saw in time. Some characters start with some of those items. One character starts with, like, random everything. But, once again, we'll go into that later. There are a lot of batteries. I'm actually going to, like, clear the pool, I think. I might. Let's see, I took the Book of Sins, the Book of Shadows, Book of Revelations, how to jump. Oh, no, I'm not taking Book of Revelations yet, I don't think. Book of Secrets. I think I've got Book of Revelations left. Anarchist's Cookbook left. My apologies for just, sitting here mulling this over and not knowing exactly what I have left. It's not exactly easy to remember the entire run in your head right now. Yep, that's what I thought. Anarchist Cookbook and Book of Revelations, the exact things. Do I want another... You want another ball of bandages? I think I do. It can only help. And it will give me a soul heart anyway, so that's a good thing. I thought there was a door there. Hopefully I can get another battery, or I can just, get 6 rooms. Actually, I'm going to get 6 rooms, I think. I can also do that a bunch and just end up ruining the run, because I keep messing that up. Wasn't expecting that champion to really shoot those. You should always expect, when you see a blue champion, for it to be the one that just shoots balls of tears everywhere. And just generally is an annoying thing. I could have also used Sharp Plug, but as I said before, unless you have the health for it, or unless you have items that make it easier, you generally don't want to use that item. Although it's a very good item and can be, like, amazing. And, like, a run winner, in all honesty, if you get the right setup with it. Yeah. Let's do it. Wow. That just cleared that boss. This room right here, I didn't mention what it was. This is called a boss trap room. When you enter one, you will have different chests or sometimes an item right here in the middle. They generally have good rewards, and then once you, acquire the thing that, it wants you to acquire in the middle. How much for... Alright, I've only got 4 rooms left. I'm gonna see what the devil room has before... If I get the devil room. I'm gonna see if I get the devil room first, because I do want to prioritize my reroll there rather than in that library. As good as double item rooms are. Let's go, Death. I have the same setup as you. Except I teleport. I did get it. I'm just gonna take that. Guppy's tail says cursed. It's not really a curse. It makes it so that you are more likely to get chests and golden chest drops, less likely to get everything else, which means it's, you know, you're generally not going to get keys. There was a key hidden behind that, which was terrifying because I actually really do need this Eternal Heart. That Eternal Heart, the little white thing you saw there, I got the Eternal card, or not the Eternal card. Ooh! There you go. Like I said, double item rooms. They're a thing, and they are beautiful. Very good thing to happen on the first run of recording. I'm going the wrong way. As I was saying, golden chests and chests, they're now more likely to drop. It's a very interesting thing to have. Works well with some items and trinkets. If you get like a golden key, you're set for a floor, because you're going to be getting a lot of stuff from those golden chests and chests. Specifically the golden chests, because you have to pay keys for those. It probably wasn't worth taking, because I only have 2 keys. But it's another piece to what you only need to be a trifecta that a lot of people know about, and I'm going to leave that for when I actually get the item. If I get the item. I just did all that work, and Bandage Girl sat there and, like, got rid of it in one fell swoop. Did you see that? Bandage Girl, why? Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me, Bandage Girl? I'm going to go in... No, I'm not going into this room right here, because I thought this was a curse room. I've actually been in a curse room before, but I didn't explain it. That basically just, you know, you take damage going in and out, unless you have a certain ability, or certain items. You take damage going in and out. There are usually red chests in there, but there's just different outcomes. You can get different items from it. It's generally a good thing. I'm sorry for, like, the lag that just happens in some rooms. Like, this room right here has no lag whatsoever really happening. And, like, I don't know why the other room with the 1 polycephalus had that much lag. I'm gonna go into this because it could have had the 3rd piece to the thing I wanted to show off. It's generally a good idea to go into those rooms because there's good items in them. I'm gonna reroll that. This is a good item as well. This is another defensive orbital. Floats around. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but blocks tears, which is always a good thing. You want to have tear blocking. And now we're gonna go into the boss fight that you get after you beat the mob fight. This is your clearance to get the true final bosses. Just out there and ready. And I'm hoping I don't get digged over by my friend Cursed Eye here. Those guys were not my friends. Oh, wrong way. And now I'm possibly screwed. That's not the way you want that going. I'm in pure concentration mode right now because I want to do a lot of damage to this thing. Alrighty then. I should have done that way the first time, but like, I don't know why I took damage in that end. Oh yeah, I do know why I took. I went downwards when the beam was going to go upwards. That was generally just oh gosh. This could kill me. Could also not. I'm banking on not actually now. Just because it didn't kill me. And now this is the cathedral. This is where we fight. This is where we start to fight the late game end bosses. This is the this is where we'll find the. It's the next to last floor in the game. If you didn't want to be spoiled by it, sorry. It's happened. My apologies for supposedly ruining this game, even though this isn't really a spoiler at this point. A lot of people know about it. It's a generally fun thing. I shouldn't be doing that. I should actually save my keys for the next floor. We fought before, pal. And I destroyed you and your horse, like, immensely. I'm gonna go in here. Once again, could have had that item. Please have, like... I was hoping for a good item. I was hoping for a certain item, actually, to be specific. By the way, the pill I have right now will actually damage me. We've seen it before on this run, which is why I can tell what it is now. It can damage you, but if you get to a certain low health point, because pills are not meant to kill you in this game, because they would be extremely unfair if they could, then it will actually turn into a full health pill. So it's generally a good thing. Oh, I thought that was a tinted rock. My bad. I saw that start when I first entered the room, and I was like, "Oh, is that a tinted rock?" And here's Isaac, the next to last boss in the game. Oh, he's a bullet hell fight, basically. Really well designed, though, especially compared to his. Oh, that happened. Oh, I could end up dying here. I could very well end up dying here. Is this a full heart? Is it half a heart? Is this a full heart? Yes, it is. I could very well end up dying here. But that would have been because my stupidity, first off. My bad dodging that I've been having this entire run. Mostly because of nerves. I have had my cursor on the screen the entire time, and I apologize. I just now recognized it was there. Oh, come on. Oh, and I have no words for how bad that one was. That one was... I really do apologize. I have no excuse. Now, let's actually try to beat him. Or have that one shot come at me because I was trying to, demon baby it up too much. Thank you. Thank you. The other rooms are actually pretty easy in the cathedral. It's just the boss that's the hard part, to be honest with you. Except for certain rooms that are just mostly RNG and mostly random things that can happen in them, like the big spider we saw, that's Daddy Longlegs. He has some terrible attacks that just are completely random and you never know where they're going to hit. But generally, this is not a hard floor. The game's honestly not that hard. It's just, you have to be kind of skilled at it. If you're not, then... I did not even see a thing of where that was going. And I also don't know why I was charging there. Like, I thought I had a full charge. By the way, that right there, the little bit of invincibility, I'm probably losing this run now. There's nothing really I can do other than grab this. Oh man, my nerves really got to me on this run. That little ball of invincibility that uncovered Isaac, that was the effect of the Polaroid, the item I picked up that was the reason I actually needed to choose this path. The other path I could have chosen would have taken me to a different final level, or different next to last level. Oh my! I was too reliant on my orbitals there, I think, and I thought they would be there. Like, that's the only way to put that. I also charged way too much. And I'm dead. Oh. That's a terrible first run to have, and I apologize. Sometimes you just get good runs and you fail them because you're dodging bad on that day, or you're just a bit nervous. And that was basically what it was. This is my first time, and I apologize for that terrible, terrible loss. I promise you I'm actually kind of good at this game. I'm not as bad as I seem. I'm just jittery today. And that'll be it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoy it. I look forward to doing this more, even if every comment I get is negative. I want to do this. And I think hopefully there'll be people out there that like what I do. And hopefully I'll get better at talking and keeping things going for you guys and keeping things interesting. As I said, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment. Just, telling me things I need to be doing if I need to be doing. If I need to be working on my audio balance a bit more. If I need to be, just advice. Or, maybe goodwill messages if you really want to give them. I just hope you guys enjoyed, to be honest, most of all, because this is something I really want to do. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while. I don't know how big it'll get. I don't know how good I'll be. But hopefully I'll really be able to share this adventure with you guys, and hopefully you guys will love it just as much as I do. Thank you for watching and taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It means a lot to me. And I will see you all next time. Bye bye.